stand before you, pumpkin spice donut and milk in hand, after having been just inside the library, researching our next target. Apparently, this one's going to take some diplomacy in order to get inside. Supposedly. I mean, you can't be diplomatic when people don't know you're in there. What you think of my cool glasses? I stole them off a biker at a truck stop. No, he dropped them and left before I could tell him. I'm an explorer, I'm not a thief. I do break into things, but not to steal. To take pictures, to take videos. Take you comrades with me on my journeys. Comrades, I ask that you sit through the unnecessarily dark intro, and I will see you on the other side. Adios. Comrades, there's only so much research that can be done in one day. And I may have hit a dead end on this one. I'm thinking that we will be able to get it done, but like I said before, it's going to have to take some diplomacy. So I thought today, in this lull between quests, we might take a look at some of the things I take with me in order to keep becoming a statistical pile of rat and maggot food. It's not just Lucky Bandana that I take with me on these trips. I know you've all seen me carry the backpack and the knife, but that's not all there is. I mean, in this hobby that I've not so much developed, in this hobby that I have, one thing you need to remember, if any of you decide to ever go do this, there is no such thing as safety. There are only different levels of danger. Let's take a look, shall we? Here we have the knife. Typically, I'll carry it in wilderness settings, I mean like where I am now, because you're liable to get some unwanted attention if you carry something like this, like in the middle of the city while trying to go in some sewer pipe. If I'm going to be out in the city, typically the knife I'll carry will be a large pocket knife or something that I can easily conceal, and that's of a legal length, because something like this right here, if a cop sees you with it, odds are he's either going to confiscate it or haul you in. Next, have of course, Lucky Bandana. I've had this for quite a while. I mean, quite a while. I mean, I wear it more for sentimental reasons than anything else. You know, it's a lucky item. So it's been with me for a long time. The Eye of the Comrades. This will be my camera. Well, I can't really do this one-handed. Come on. Yeah, I can. This is the Eye of the Comrades. My Sony Handycam. Let go! My Sony Handycam. Small, easy to conceal if you don't want people to see what you're doing. It can easily be hid under a jacket. And flip out view screen. Like so. It's a sweet little camera to have. The 2 memory cards I have, you can go get like, 80 minutes of video. And typically my quests, or what I record, don't last longer than that. Sit that right there for now. What else we got? A new addition to the arsenal of tools. Mini crowbar. In the event you're in a situation where you can't take a knife, or you've forgotten your other one, and you've forgotten your little one for being in the city, or you just don't think it'll do a good enough job, crowbar can actually be a pretty handy weapon. Typically, that's not what I'd use it for, but, I mean, cheap secondhand store, and a crowbar is never not useful. What we got? A high quality black web belt. This, I mean, it's kind of an expensive item. I'm not exactly sure how much it was, but from what I've seen, they tend to cost a good deal. They're extremely, extremely strong. And I use it typically with this next piece. 50 feet of nylon rope. Test weight is 350 pounds. At least that's what the wrapper said. I got this a while back, but it's held up pretty well. I mean, I'd sooner have a rope and never use it than, you know, need it and never have it. Let's see what else we got in here. Wait, no. I think that's all in that pocket. Now, over here we have what some might say is slightly more important part. Something a little bit more important. We have, of course, the gloves. Did I zoom in? How did I zoom in? Come on, you don't do this. Is this zoomed? Oh, it is zoomed. What do you know? My gloves. They're kind of ratty and worn. Well, I do wear them when I go to work too, but I've cut the fingers off of them, so the palms of my hands do have some protection, but I don't lose a lot of dexterity with it covering my fingers. Also, we have fishing line. Better than any map I've ever seen. Tie it to a tree or something. String it along behind you. Just gives you something to follow on your way out if you happen to be in a tunnel or a cave that has a lot of twists and turns and you don't want to stay on the straight and narrow. Typically, I try to stay on the straight and narrow, but there's times when that's not really an option. We have, flashlight. 200 lumens. It cost quite a bit, but also I got it on sale. It is an incredibly bright flashlight. Runtime is 10 hours on 2 AA's, and I think it's like got rating for 350 feet or something like that. Something I don't typically use all that often. Breath masks, or nuisance masks they're called. Some of the places we go into, they've got asbestos, animal dung, whatnot inside them, like old buildings and sewer pipes. Just things you typically wouldn't want inside your lungs. Now, mind you, these are only nuisance masks, so they only take care of dust and other things like that. When it comes to harmful gases, you need a real gas mask or a respirator. Emergency headlamp. It is a cheap little headlamp, but it's gotten me out of some rough spots from time to time. It doesn't give off much light, but in a pinch, it will get you out of any dark hole. Aha! A flashlight without batteries is no flashlight at all. And these things have a tendency to run out. I mean, you're out of batteries the minute you need them. You know how it is. But yeah, I have here at least 2, 4, 6, 12 hours worth of light right here. No, not 12. 60? Yeah, 60 hours worth of light. Now we get into the creature comforts. Little things that make the breaks a little bit more fun. My cigars. I'm not going to show you the brand because, yeah, I don't do that. But rest assured, they're rum flavored. I like rum flavored. Comrades, I think that may be all for this video. I mean, I'm thinking soon we're going to be going on a real adventure, and one thing I have been thinking about doing is... Nah, don't want to spoil it. You guys will see. Our next adventure, if I can get everything to work, it's gonna be different. We're not going underground. We're actually going to be exploring an abandoned building. I've wanted to do that for quite a while, and I've just never had the opportunity. But we shall see. Thanks for watching, comrades. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I know I did, and I will see you next time. Adios.